video. As you guys can see, I am in my new house, and this is actually the first time that I'm filming a real main channel video, which kind of doesn't make sense because I put my vlogs on here too. So just a normal video, not vlog video in my new house, and this is crazy. Some of you may think that this kind of looks like my old kitchen, and fun fact, it does have the exact same layout. It has the fridge, the stove, but the sink is over here instead of in the island. So really like the style of kitchen, I guess. So we are going to be doing a video today that was so highly requested. I make this dish all the time on my vlogs, and it is seriously my favorite thing to make, my favorite thing to eat. And the dish that I'm talking about is chicken paprikash, and oh my god guys, it is so good. Basically, chicken paprikash is just chicken, onions, a lot of onions, and paprika, which that's where the word paprikash comes from, I assume. It is one of the easiest recipes I know once you get a hang of it, and it just takes a little bit more time because you do need to leave it cooking on the stove for a little bit to just get everything coagulated and the onions nice and cooked and the chicken cooked, obviously. But anyways, I'm gonna stop yapping because I know this video actually won't be that long. A lot of it will just be me showing you guys. This will be a little bit more of a casual video because I'm not a huge YouTuber that likes to make fancy videos. So I am going to show you guys almost like vlog style. So I do have my vlog camera here that I will show you guys, you know, me cooking over on the stove and stuff. But for majority of this, I will be talking to this camera. So we're going to get right into that. The first thing you want to do is you want to get, I guess I should tell you guys what you need. You need chicken thighs. Sometimes people do use chicken breasts, but I prefer chicken thighs. Let me know. Question of the video is, do you prefer chicken thighs or chicken breasts? Because I and my mother definitely think that chicken thighs are so much better. Chicken breasts are like white meat and just dry and gross, but chicken thighs are like dark meat and it's nice and juicy and flavorful. So I chose chicken thighs. And then you need 2 large onions or 3 medium onions. It does seem like a lot at first, but it does cook down. And then you have sour cream. You can use light sour cream if you prefer. You need gnocchi, which gnocchi is a potato-based kind of dumpling type thing. If you do not know, it's just, this seriously is what makes the recipe for me. And you can use other things. You can use potatoes, you can use pasta. You could probably use rice as well as a more healthier option, but I do choose gnocchi because it is just the frickin' bomb diggity. I just said that, I know. And then you have chicken broth here. You can use, I have the 30% less sodium, and then you need obviously paprika. I keep on wanting to call it paprikash, but that's not what it is. Paprika, salt, and pepper, and that is literally all you need. It's a very minimal ingredient recipe. So yeah, anyways, let's get started. The first thing, I've already done this off camera, but I defrosted my chicken breasts, chicken thighs, not chicken breasts, and you're gonna get your salt. And this seems really gross, but you do pat it off after. You're just going to literally drench your chicken in salt, and this almost like marinates it. So you're gonna flip them over, and again, like I said, you're going to be drying off and taking most of the salt off after. So you just want to put tons of salt on that. Again, I know it just sounds so gross, but I promise you it makes it really good. And then you're just going to move that chicken aside until later. And then while that is chilling over there, we're going to take our onions, and I'm going to grab a cutting board as well. And this cutting board that I have, let me tell you, it is freaking heavy, but it's gorgeous, so it's well worth it for a little bit of an arm workout. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut both of these onions into like lengths, I don't know, like little lines. You don't want to dice them, you just want to leave them in their liney form. I don't know, I'm not a professional cook here, people, so really sorry if what I'm saying does not make any sense. You guys will see as I'm cooking what I mean. So we're going to take these and cut them up. My makeup for this video. so once your onions are all cooked and you are thoroughly drenched in tears, you're going to just grab a big bowl, any sort of bowl. It's just to keep all of your onions in while you are working, and you're just going to kind of split them up into the bowl. And when I said little long pieces, I meant like this. I don't know what that is called. Someone, if you are a professional chef or you just know it, unlike myself, let me know. I know that when you dice onions, you put them into little chunks, but what is this called also? Ow, my eyeballs. And my nose is running. I am a mess. Do you guys see this right now? I look like I'm watching an episode of Grey's Anatomy. Okay, so once you have all of your onions, I just spanked that bowl. Once you have all of your onions chopped up, you're just going to set those aside with your chicken, and we are going to move on to the stove, which that was pretty much all of your like prep, and then this is where we actually start cooking. So we're going to move over here. This is the frying pan that I have. I do recommend one that does have some pretty high edges, because you will be putting like the chicken stock into here as well as a bunch of other things, and it does get pretty high in the cooking process. So this is what I'm using, and then you just want to start with some extra virgin olive oil. You can use coconut oil if you prefer. Honestly, I think water would work too, but you're just going to put a little bit in your frying pan, and then you're going to preheat your frying pan about pretty high because we are going to be cooking the chicken. So I'm going to bring the chicken over here. Okay, so while your frying pan is heating up, we're just going to take a few pieces of paper towel, and this is when I told you guys that we'd be rubbing off majority of the salt. So you're just going to pat these down so the chicken is pretty much dry, and like I said, this is where all of the, or pretty much all of the salt comes off. And you just want to make sure that when you put the chicken on, that it does get really like sizzly, because you are searing the chicken. I believe that's what it's called, but that is what we're doing right now. We're just searing the chicken, and then we're going to take it off and leave it for later. So this is not warm enough quite yet, so you do want it to be pretty warm, like I said, pretty high level of heat. Hey, frying pan. Oh, frying pan. Oh, frying pan. Oh, frying pan. I'm just making my own freaking dance moves. This is the frying pan. Hey. Ooh. Ooh. Frying pan. Frying pan. Okay, Jenna. That's enough. Okay, so once your frying pan is all ready to go, you're just going to take your dried chicken. That sounds really bad. And you're just going to put it on the frying pan. You hear that? That is what you want to hear. And we're just going to cook those on each side for about 4 to 5 minutes. Okay, so once you have seared off your chicken, again, you're going to put that aside. And then with the still hot pan, we're going to take the onions, and you're literally just going to throw them in there. So I completely made a mistake, and when I said put olive oil into the pan, I meant butter. You're supposed to put butter. So I'm going to add it right now because these onions are gonna burn. So yeah, with the butter, I just put in 2 tablespoons of that with the onions. Really, you are supposed to put that in before the chicken so that the chicken cooks with the butter as well. But I made a little boo-boo. I had a little blah moment. So anyways, you're going to cook the onions until they are translucent and just kind of flexible, I guess. So we're gonna do that, and then I will see you guys when they're done. Okay, so next up, once the onions are finished cooking, you're going to add your paprika, salt, and pepper, and you're going to add 2 tablespoons of paprika. That sounds like a lot, but I promise it works out. And then you're gonna add just a little bit of salt and pepper, and you're going to let that cook for about a minute. And then you're gonna go in and add your chicken broth, and you're going to add half a cup, or it might be a cup. I will put the recipe down below on how like everything goes together and how much of everything. But you're going to add your chicken broth, and then you're going to actually just add the chicken and then let that cook for about 25 minutes. once there's about 15 minutes left on your chicken paprikash, you want to start your side, whether that be gnocchi like I'm using, or potatoes, or pasta, or rice, whatever you want. You want to start that so that it finishes at about the same time as your chicken paprikash. So I am starting to boil my water. That's the main thing that takes a while for the gnocchi. Gnocchi hardly takes any time to cook. Literally, you just have to get your water boiling and then you add in the gnocchi. The gnocchi takes about 3 to 4 minutes maybe to cook. So starting the water, and then I'm going to add the gnocchi, and then everything should be finished at around the same time. There's one last step that we have to do before we can add everything together, and that is adding the sour cream to your chicken paprikash. So basically what you're going to do, I will show you guys, once your chicken paprikash is finished, you're going to take the chicken out once again and then add your sour cream, which we're going to be adding half a cup of sour cream into there, stir it around, and then you're going to add your chicken back in. You can cut your chicken up into small pieces, which I do prefer to do because I just like everything to mix together, or you can just serve it without the chicken and then put a piece of chicken per person on top, which I actually have eaten it like that a few times as well, but I do prefer to cut it up and just mix it all together so that everyone has the same amount of chicken and gnocchi and paprikash and everything mixed in together. So anyways, that's what we're going to do next, and yeah, I'll see you guys when everything is ready. I don't know why I keep on doing this. Okay, so like I said, once this is finished cooking, the 25 minutes is up. I'm going to take, not a bowl, I'm going to take a plate, and honestly, I could have used the one that I took the chicken off of, but that would have been risky because they were like half not done, half raw, I guess. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fish out the pieces of chicken. And what I'm actually going to do before I put them back in is I'm going to shred them up. And like I said, that's my preferred way of doing it, but you can do it whatever way you want. And now we are left with this paprikash kind of concoction here. And a little tip, if it is getting a little bit dry, you can go in with a little bit more of the chicken broth, and that's actually what I'm going to do right now, because I do like mine to be a little bit more saucy, if you will. So I'm just going to put a splash more of the chicken broth in there. I'm going to mix that up. I'm sorry I don't have my vlog camera set up right now, but I will show you guys. Okay, so once that is all good and going, we are going to open our sour cream. And like I said, you're going to add a half a cup of sour cream into your onion paprika kind of mixture here. And it's a little bit watery on top, so I need to stir it up. And honestly, I've made this so many times that I just put like 3 large dollops in, but if you want to be exact, it is a half a cup, but I am just going to throw in a few little dollops of the sour cream. And on the recipe, it does say that you want to mix this in, and if it cools down the mixture, you want to put up the heat and make it come to a little bit of a simmer again. So we're going to mix this in, and it does make it a little bit of a lighter orange color, and it is really pretty and so yummy. I'm so upset because I'm actually leaving like in the next half an hour to go to a pool party. So this is actually going to be going into the fridge, and I'm going to be eating it as leftovers. And that breaks my heart, but I do admit that this is a very good meal left over because everything kind of gets a chance to coagulate together, and it just is so fucking good. So once we have all of the sour cream all mixed in there, like I said, you can raise the temperature a little bit to get it heated up again. And then I'm going to add in my gnocchi like I cooked before, and I just strained that a few minutes ago. So we're going to add in the gnocchi, like I said. So we're going to leave that, and I'm going to take my chicken. We're just going to quickly cut this into pieces. It is a little bit hot, but I've gotten used to it. Honestly, I think my fingers are just dead by now. Okay, so once you have all of the chicken all cut up, like I said, you can just put it into the mixture here. Okay guys, so I took my hair down, I got my chicken paprikash on a plate, and I am ready to try this. I'm so excited. It looks a little bit hot, so I'm hoping I'm not going to burn my mouth, but literally my mouth is like watering right now because this is so freaking good. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Ooh, okay, it is steaming. I knew what it was going to taste like, but I still had to try it because it's just so good. Okay guys, so that is everything for this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing how I make my favorite dish ever, chicken paprikash. If you do make it, definitely let me know. Post a picture on Instagram and tag me. I don't really use Twitter, but if you want to, tag me on Twitter and let me see your guys' creations. And yeah, I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Penny's deciding she's going to eat her dinner as well. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys! I had all and then most of you, some and now none of you. Taking me back to the night we met.